I bought the OnePlus 7 Pro in 2020 and will embark on the challenge of it being my daily driver for 5 years. Let's get into it. So why did I choose to buy the OnePlus 7 Pro in 2020? Well, for a number of reasons. The biggest reason would be my old phone, the Honor 7X, just is destroyed. The screen's all screwed up. The screen's literally falling off the chassis. It's not that fast, pretty damn slow. It just wasn't getting done what I wanted to get done. So it was time for an upgrade. So you're probably thinking, why didn't I go with the OnePlus 8 Pro? Well, that is because it's got screen issues, and it seems to be on just about every model, varying in intensity. Just Google black crush and green tint that have been seen on most OnePlus 8 Pros, although how much you'll notice it varies, but I just didn't want to spend that much money on a device that was flawed in relatively major way. And then going from the OnePlus 8 Pro, you would think I'll drop down to the OnePlus 8, but after you get a closer deep dive into the phones, you actually see that the OnePlus 8 is worse than the OnePlus 7 Pro. The biggest advantage that the OnePlus 8 has over the 7 Pro is that it has the faster processor. The OnePlus 8 has the Snapdragon 865, while the OnePlus 7 Pro has the Snapdragon 855. It's not that great of a difference. After that, you just see OnePlus 7 Pro win most battles. They both have 90Hz displays, but the OnePlus 7 Pro has a full screen display at a higher resolution. The OnePlus 7 Pro has 1440p display, while the OnePlus 8 only has a 1080p display. Not only that, but the OnePlus 7 Pro has a bigger display at 6.67 inches, while the 8 only has 6.55 inches. As I said, going back to the full screen display on the 7 Pro, the 7 Pro has a pop-up camera, and some might see that as a drawback because of durability concerns, but OnePlus has shown that it is plenty durable, and that allows it to have the full screen display, unlike the 8, which has a hole punch display, which many don't like. And the cameras for the main sensor and the ultra-wide sensor are the same, going at 48 megapixels for the main sensor and 16 megapixels for the ultra-wide cameras on both. But the OnePlus 7 Pro has an 8 megapixel telephoto camera, while the 8 has a 2 megapixel macro camera, which I think most people would want the 8 megapixel telephoto over a 2 megapixel macro. Yeah, I think everyone's taken the 8 megapixel telephoto every single time. I haven't even gotten to the absolutely biggest point between these two phones. The OnePlus 8 is still retailing at 1,099 Canadian dollars, while I got my OnePlus 7 Pro at $619. You are paying $400+ for the OnePlus 8 while getting inferior specs and inferior product in most categories. That is why I cannot justify getting OnePlus 8. Of course, you're dealing with the used market. The OnePlus 7 Pro came out a year ago. But if you buy from a reputable eBay seller like I did, you should have no problem in getting a quality product for a fraction of the price of a new OnePlus 8. I always recommend buying used wherever you can. There's so many advantages to buying used. You save money, but also if you're environmentalist, you save the environment. Buying used and secondhand things will give products a longer lifespan, and look for used products before you look for new, because a lot of the time the products you're buying that on used are just as good as the new ones. Just look at the example with the OnePlus 8 and the OnePlus 7 Pro. It happens all the time. Look used first, then look new if you have not found a product that is on par with your standards. The 5-year challenge. I will bring it upon myself to use this phone for 5 years. That is the challenge. No upgrading, no switching phones. It is just this phone for the next 5 years. That is the goal. This challenge is especially challenging to me because I suck at taking care of my phone. Just look at the last 2 phones that I've owned. Yikes. So, for this 5-year challenge for the OnePlus 7 Pro, I brought all the big guns when it comes to accessories. To start, we need to protect the most fragile part of the phone, the screen. For this, I bought a very nicely reviewed screen protector off Amazon. This is the Lencia tempered glass screen protector. Next, we have to protect the back glass of the OnePlus 7 Pro. I chose the very stylish D-brand tear down skin from VeryVivid Everything. The last piece of glass to protect is the camera lens, which most people neglect, but not me. I'm using a camera lens tempered glass screen protector to protect those very nice triple cameras on the back of the phone. And of course, we need the staple of phone protection, the case. For this, I chose the Olazar clear case for the OnePlus 7 Pro 5G. And to top it off, I've added a Spigen phone ring to the back for added grip. This will help me have less fear of dropping the phone when I'm using it out in public and in the concrete roads. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the VeryVivid approved ultimate OnePlus 7 Pro setup for the 5-year challenge. I appreciate that you guys got to the end, and don't forget to like and subscribe. See ya!